Hey, I'm Felix from AutoQuote3D. I'm the founder, and I wanted to take you through how to set up your shop for the first time on AutoQuote3D and start giving your customers instant 3D printing quotes. So once you sign in, you'll be hit with the dashboard. You're gonna go ahead and navigate to the configuration page, and you're gonna see an empty page. Of course, we haven't added anything. So let's start off with adding a material. You can select from 4 different technologies at this time. So we have FDM, SLA, SLS, and MJF. So we'll start off with FDM. We're gonna specify our material name, PLA in this case, and I know that PLA is around 1.24. That's the materials density here. If you're not sure what it is, consult the technical data sheet, and if you still can't find it, just use 1 in this box here. It's a good default. So we're going to add it in here. You can see a few things popped up. Obviously the filament was added, and then we also have the printer dimensions. So you want to set those to the largest printer that you have. So let's say that's 300 by 300 by 300. You're gonna click on save, and that's all you have to do there. So now let's dive into the actual material setup. So we're gonna add a color, black in this case, maybe some infill percentages, so standard, and maybe something like strong with 50%. And now let's do the layer height. This is where we're gonna be setting the prices. So click on plus, name your layer height, maybe standard 200, that's usually what people go for. And now you have 3 variables to choose from. You have the curve threshold, I'll cover that at the end, the price per gram, and the startup cost. So let's start with the startup cost. The startup cost is basically the amount that you want to charge the customer for doing all the work that it takes to go from the file on your computer over to the printer, and the whole process between there, so downloading, slicing, taking it over to the printer, making sure the first layer is good, and so on. You can set that to 0, you can set it to 10, doesn't matter. The way this works is if you have a customer that comes in and they want the same part 5 times in 5 different colors, the startup cost is going to get charged 5 times because you have to do the work 5 times. And that's how it works. Now, price per gram is fairly straightforward. If you have a spool of filament, and let's say it's 1,000 grams and it costs $1,000, your cost is it's $1 per gram, right? So that's going to be your cost. But obviously you want to charge more than that. Usually people go for 3 to 7x depending on what it is. So let's just say $5 per gram right here. And you can see that the chart now is starting to come together. And if you look at 1,000 grams, you're going to make $5,000. Great. So let's come back to the curve threshold. At this point, you can be done, but let's go to the curve threshold and explain what this does. So let's lower this number down, and you can see that the line here changes slightly. You can see that it sort of curves. So if you go over to the 1,000 grams, you can see that now 1,000 grams is going to cost $2,500 to the customer. And that's something that, from personal experience, I found really, really good. You basically reward the customer for ordering more or ordering in bulk. And that really made me, at the time that I was running my business, really competitive with other people. A lot of people just charge a linear price, and that's fine. You can do that. But really try and take advantage of this, and you'll see that all of a sudden maybe your orders will grow a little bit and customers will order more, which means that you make more money. So let's just compare. So here we have 1,000 grams, and that's $2,500 that you make, versus when you do 1, you have 5,000. So, you make half the money, but you reward the customer. And there's a good balance here that you want to do. Usually people go from a number that's between 0.9 to 1, 1 being just a linear price. So I usually go for like the 0.95, 0.95, and that's a good place to be. So you see that that's $3,500 for a spool of filament. At this point, you can be done. You just click submit. This filament will not show up on the widget. To embed it, check out the instruction on this page here. But let's do just one more thing. So let's add ABS. And as you know, ABS tends to shrink a lot. And you may not want to go up to this 300 by 300 size. So I want to show you how you can basically go around that a little bit and set a different printer size for it. So I'm just gonna, as I was talking, I populated some basic stuff in here. We're gonna click the 3 dots, and you're gonna see this printer size override. So printer size override is exactly what it says. Basically, if you have a material like PLA, you can probably print 300 by 300 by 300, no problem. But maybe your specific printer can't really do the same with ABS, right? Maybe it's not a heated chamber or a actively heated chamber, whatever it is, right? And let's say that from your experience, you can at most print 150 millimeter cube, right? You just do submit here, and then you'll see this pop up. So now this specific filament, when the customer selects it, is going to treat that as the upper threshold for the size of the part that you will take. If you ever forget, just hover over this and you'll see what you set it to. If you ever want to clear it, go back here, click on clear, and it will clear away. And that is how easy it is to set up your shop, with very basic settings. There's obviously a lot more to cover here, so make sure to subscribe for more videos. We will be going in depth into every single feature that AutoQuote3D has, and there's a ton of stuff that you can do, from very basic things to maybe some things that may surprise you that maybe you didn't know to do. So yeah, my name is Felix, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.